Okay, this morning, this one's more for the believers out there. This is about Psalm 90 and how God made the earth. Now, I've already said in my electric Genesis video that the land was brought forth with the Lorentz force. Now that's a little picture of it there, that's from off of the video. The little picture at the bottom shows the Lorentz force shooting out a finger and the land spreads out. Just like any liquid that you fire underwater at the surface, it pools on the top, and that's how all the land was made. Because basically the Lorentz force is contractions. Now this isn't written up in any of the medical books, but a woman's contractions are the Lorentz force. The Lorentz force is when energy is fed in pulses, contractions, until finally there is a massive contraction to force the energy back out. That's exactly how rail guns work for the army, the new military weapon that's twice as fast as any conventional explosive missile. The Lorentz effect through a railgun forces a matter object out by a build-up of waves, and that is exactly what happens with contractions. That is exactly what happens with an orgasm. It's stimulation adding energy creates a more powerful force that comes out as a contraction or as an orgasm. Now you won't find that in any medical books. If you do, hey, great, but I don't know. But the contractions and all that I just mentioned are the Lorentz effect. So now I'm going to have a look at Psalm 90, which is up on the screen. I'm just going to start reading, and we will get to the bit where we find out the Bible is electrical. It just happens to be covered in words. O God, you yourself have proved to be a real dwelling for us during generation after generation. Before the mountains themselves were born, or you proceeded to bring forth as with labour pains the earth and the productive land. Even from time indefinite to time indefinite you are God. You make mortal man go back to crushed matter. So there we go in 2. It says, you proceeded to bring forth as with labour pains of the earth. So everything that I've said about electricity and in electric Genesis, I can confirm that it is biblical, because labour pains are a build-up of energy, and then it shoots out that energy, forcing any matter with it, which is an orgasm or a contraction. Out comes a baby, or out comes an orgasm. So there we go. There it is in black and white. God explaining how he made the earth with labour pains. So what we're all experiencing now in the world is also labour pains. As Jesus said in Revelation, that there will be contractions before something is born, or basically before something kind of frightening happens, which is earthquakes everywhere, building up to something. So there you go. The earth was formed by the Lorentz effect, which are pregnancy contractions, which are electrical, and there you go. You proceeded to bring forth, as with labour pains, the earth. So again, scientifically, I am proven correct by applying electrical science to the Bible and proving that God is electric, and that the Bible is all electrical occurrences. As long as you think in electrical terms for all the miracles and all the odd looking words like labour pains and everything else, you will discover that the Bible is fully electric. It just happens to be covered in words. So there we go. Psalm 90 is very good. Oh, and just while I'm here on the right hand side there, just to prove that mortal man here has been here, and we have been living to the age of 80, 70, 80 since 4,000 years ago. And so all these scientists and goat herders that like to try and tell us that we'd all be dead at 30 if it wasn't for vaccines and all this other propaganda garbage, it says right there, in themselves the days of our years are 70 years, and if because of special mightiness they are 80 years. Everybody dies round about 70. We all know that. So there you go. So anytime somebody tells you all about how fantastic sciences and medicine has helped us all to live longer, you bring up Psalm 90 verse 10 and just say, no, we've all been alive and been living for 80 years since 4,000 years ago. Yeah, I love Psalm 90. It's pretty good. Have a good read. Well, that's it for today. Thanks very much. My name's Lee, and I'm a Christian.